All right. Shalom, back out here again for a fourth time. We just been grace and mercy every Yahweh Yahshua. With that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, His unbegotten Son, Ba'ashem, and the name of Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the last one, Kadosh, the whole time. I said, Barak Thumb, to the elders, Ba'akwa, and Shalom. Once again, back out here again for a fourth time to the Spirit, Power, Grace, and Mercy of Yahweh Yahshua on this Tuesday afternoon, September the 3rd, 2024. And Wadi Hashem Yahshua, as always, for giving us an opportunity chance to come out here to do so. And Barak Thumb to the elders, Ba'akwa, and Shalom. And this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose of heaven. Right, so we're living in a modern day time to season, so that purpose of heaven. We're seeing these increase in war and pestilence. This is Ecclesiasticus 3 verse 2. A time to be born, and a time to be eat, and a time to plant, and a time to pluck up the witch's plant. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 3, and it reads, and a time to pay IML, and a time to build, and a time to break down, and a time to build up. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 3, and it reads, and a time to it says, in a time to weep, and a time to laugh, and a time to mourn, and a time to dance. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 5 reads, and a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, and a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 6, and it reads, and a time to get, and a time to lose, and a time to keep, and a time to cast away. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 7 reads, and a time to reign, and a time to sow, and a time to be silent, and a time to speak. Right, so we're living in a time of increase and speak of war, evil, and the pestilence. The signs of the times that we're in, Ecclesiasticus 3 verse 8. And a time to love, and a time of HATE, and a time of war, and a time of peace. While we're definitely signs as well too, especially the time of war, and the time of HATE as well too. That's something that continues to increase. And these are the modern times and seasons that we are in. The signs of the times. Ecclesiasticus 1 verse 9. It says the thing that has been. It says the thing that has been was that which shall be, that which is done, that which shall be done. There is no new thing in the sun. Right, so there's no new thing in the sun. Just like that was taking place in ancient times, now we see this in modern times. So there's no new thing on the sun. Ecclesiasticus 1 verse 10. Ecclesiasticus 1 verse 10, and it reads, Salakia, is there anything wherefore it may be said, this is new, and had been already of old time, which was before us? Ecclesiasticus 1 verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall be any remembrance of things that are to come, that should come after time. Like it says, no new thing in the sun. And this is the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 28. Yep, this is the prophet Jeremiah 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before thee and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and of pestilence. Why? So we're out there prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and of pestilence. And that's what we're seeing in our world today, increasing war, evil, and of pestilence. And this is the book of Ezekiel. Yeah, the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 1. It says, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Ezekiel 38 verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against God and Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesied against him. Right, so we were prophesying against God and Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and we were prophesying against him. This is the Russian, which represents the bear of the Russians. Ezekiel 38 verse 3, and thus saith Yahweh, thy power, behold, I am against thee, O God, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Why? So the heavenly Father, Yahweh, thy power, he's against God, the land of Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, which represents the Russians. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 4. Now I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee, and I will cause thee to come up from the north ports. Salakia. It says Ezekiel 38 verse 4. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth for all thy army, horse and horsemen. All of them clothed for all sorts of armor, even a great company of buckled shields, all of them handling swords. Right, so we know the modern, because we see the heavenly fathers putting the hooks back to the jaws of the Russians to be in that warlike mindset. That's why we see in the Russian-Ukraine situation, we see that wherever a lot of military activities Russia is doing. And that makes perfect sense because that Father's putting that hooks back to the jaws of the Russians. Ezekiel 38 verse 5. It says Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with all of them with shield of him. Right, all of them fully equipped with armor, shield of him, and that's what we're seeing. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 6. It says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee, right throughout Iraq and Syria. The Gomers, the Turkish armies, Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7. It says, Be thou prepared for thyself and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, be thou a God unto them. Right, so Russia is going to be a God to these nations of Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey. And that's why we said escalations are heating up over there in Western Asia. This Ezekiel, because Russia is going to be a God to these nations of Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey. They're going to be targeting the Israeli defense force. That's why we said the escalation between Iran and Israel is heating up. And we're seeing the pro-Iranian groups versus the Israeli defense force throughout that whole region over there in West Asia. It's only going to continue to increase. And then Russia is going to be a God to these nations of Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey. You got the Russian armies over there in Syria, teaming up with the Syrian armies, teaming up with the Dragons of Arabia, and teaming up with the pro-Iranian groups and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. So they all going to team up together going against the Israeli defense. This is Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 1. It says, Therefore, son of man, prophesy against God and say, Thus saith Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O God, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, why still to this day. His heavenly father's against the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, still to this day. And the heavenly father set us up to prophesy against God and let make God the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, just like the forefathers did in ancient times. Now we see this in modern day times. This is the prophet Ezekiel 39 and verse 2. It says, And I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee, and I will cause thee to come up from the north parts, and I will bring thee upon the mountain of Israel. And this is the prophet Ezekiel 39 and verse 3, and it reads, And I will smite thy bow at thy left hand, and I will cause thy arrows to fly at thy right hand. And this is the prophet Isaiah. This is the prophet Isaiah 13 verse 17. It reads, it says, Behold, I will stir up the Medes. Like the Medes, which is the Russians. It says, Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which they shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Right, so, Babylon against Russia, the Western countries versus Russia. Russia versus the United States and the Western countries. That's why we said escalations are heating up between Russia and the United States. It's only going to continue to increase. And this is the prophet Isaiah 17 and verse 1. It says, Behold, that says the burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being in the city, and that shall be as a rural heap. Right, because you got, like I mentioned again, you got the Russian army over there, you got the Syrian armies over there, you got the pro-Iranian troops over there, you got the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, which is heating up between Iran and the IDF. You got the Israeli Defense Force using airstrikes over there in Syria, targeting those groups over there as they look at them as an adversary. That's what we see. And this is the prophet Joel. Yeah, this is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, For behold, in that time when I shall bring again captivity, Joel chapter 3, verse 2. It says, And I will gather all nations and bring them down to the God of hosts over there in the Middle East, which is Western Asia. And I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations that part of my land. Right, so Jerusalem should be tried down to the Gentiles in spirit, as we can see. They have scattered his people as well to us Israelites. Joel chapter 3, verse 3. They have cast lots upon Jerusalem. They have cast lots upon my people, like that upon people of our forefathers. They have given forth a law that says, You're blind and you must drink. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 5. Joel chapter 3, verse 5. You know, it's a heavy fine people find that which is past. And what's second place as well, too, towards the children of Israel. Joel chapter 3, verse 4. Yea, what have you to do with me, O Tyre, Zidon, brought the Hamitic nation, and all the coast of Palestine, those Ishmaelites? It says, Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me speedily, and I will turn your recompense upon your own head. Right, so that recompense. Hey, Shalom, yeah, about Shema Shah Barakatah to you, Shalom. I knew I was smelling something. I thought it was my phone at first. So I was like, I know my phone ain't overheating. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 4. It says, Yea, what have you to do with me, O Tyre, Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine, will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, and I will turn your recompense upon your own head. Right? That recompense coming upon their own head times double. Right? Those Ishmaelites, those Hamites, and those small hatters as well too, because they had finance and slave trade as well too. So the Heavenly Father haven't forgot about that. So he definitely required that which is past and what's taking place as well too towards the children of Israel. Hey, Psalms 83 verse 1 through verse 7. This is the book of Joel, the prophet Joel 3 verse 5. Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and carried them into your temple, my good and present things, while the Heavenly Father speaking to the Israelites of our forefathers. Joel chapter 3 verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem. It says, have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from my borders still to this day, from our ancestors and forefathers already down to us. And yet this day we're still in the land of our captivities, because Judah and Jerusalem are pressed together still to this day. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 7. Behold, I will raise them up out of place where you had sold them. Right, the Heavenly Father is raising us up in the last days for these places these nations had sold us. Now we turn the recompense upon your own head. Right, that recompense upon their own head. And the Edomites, the small hatters, the Ishmaelites, and the Hamites as well too. And all the nations that had a downfall in the children of Israel. Joel chapter 3 verse 8. And I'm going to sell your sons and your daughters. Right, the Edomites, men, women, and children. And they're going to be slaves and servants and handmaids, you know, under the children of Judah, just like they did to our forefathers and ancestors all the way down to us. Their righteous recompense. It says, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah. They shall set them to the Siberians till people fall off, for Yahweh has spoken. While the Siberians, those people over there in Yemen, till people fall off from Yahweh, for Yahweh has spoken. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, and it reads, it says, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Right, as we see, it's heating up over in West Asia. Joel 3 verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pointing hooks into spears. And let the weak say I'm strong. Right, let the weak say I'm strong. And these armies of nations building up their nuclear capability. They're more confident now. This is the prophet Joel 3 verse 11. Assemble yourselves, come all ye heathen, which is the armies of the other nations. It says, and gather yourselves together round about, thither to cause like mighty ones to come down on Yahweh, like the mighty men of these armies of nations. That's slowly but surely gathered up over there about Jehoshaphat. And this is the prophet Joel chapter 3 verse 10. That says, let the heathen be awakened and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat and out Shabbat. But there I will sit and judge all the heathen round about. Right, so once all the nations or armies of nations gathered, they have the Father going to sit and judge all the other armies of nations round about. That's what we see. That's what we're going to see taking place. I meant to say, and we say in Progress sayings of that. The prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come and get ye down, for the press is full, and the fasting will flow, for that wickedness is great. And this is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 14, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures. Multitudes and the multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near the valley of decision. Right, so the day of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh is getting closer and closer near into the valley of decision. Joel, second row, pass, gold, third row, coming quick. Armageddon, 1 by 1. So it's heating up over there. Controversy into life. Joel 3, verse 15. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And this is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 16. And Yahweh shall also utter me. It says, Yahweh also shall war unto Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake, but Yahweh will be the hope of his people. And the strengthening of the children of Israel, right, the Israelites, his people, not all other nations, only his people, the Israelites. Joel 3, verse 27. So shall you know that I am Yahweh your power, the dwelling into Zion on my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass the word anymore. Right, there's going to be no nation pass the word anymore. Might be so. It says, and Jerusalem shall be holy, and there no stranger shall pass to her anymore. Just like it says in Jeremiah 30 chapter as well too. Joel 3, verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down a new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountains shall come forth out of the house of Yahweh, shall water the valleys of Shittim. And this is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 19. It reads, Egypt, right, this modern day Egypt, shall be a desolation. And Edom, right, ideally, Ashash will be that waste away, shall be a desolation. A desolate Salakia. Right, a desolate wilderness for the bodies against the children of Judah, because they had shed innocent blood in their land, right, still to this day. And Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, explains that. A Zechariah 11 verse 5, who possess the slave oppose themselves not given. That's Esau Edom. Still to this day, still got that evil eye towards his brother Jacob. Still got that perpetual, never-ending hate towards his brother Jacob. The scripture says the elders shall show him. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 20. It said, but Judah should dwell. It said, but Judah should dwell forever in generations from generations. Joel 3 verse 21. It said, for I will cleanse that blood that I have not cleansed. For Yahweh dwelling into Zion. Right, because Heavenly Father, He's only going to be in the midst of His people, the Israelites. And this is the book of Habakkuk, switch up the topic. Yep, Habakkuk 2 and verse 1. And I will stand upon my watch, and set upon the tower what I will watch, to see what I shall answer unto me, what I shall answer when I'm reproved. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 2. And Yahweh answered me and said, and write the vision, make it plain upon the table, that he may run and read it. Right, blessed he that readeth it. And him that readeth it that runneth it with it is Lord too. Habakkuk 2 and verse 3, for the vision said for the point of time, but that the end shall speak, not lie, tarry, wait for it, because it should come and not tarry. Right, so the vision said for the point of time, not tarry, wait for it, because it should come, and that's what we're saying, you know. And this is the prophet Daniel, of our forefather Daniel. And this is prophet Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1, and it reads, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, was standing for the children of thy people, like the Israelites, and like-minded brothers and sisters, including the elders of our Akim. It says, and at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, as we're about to enter into, such as never was since that was a nation. Even to the same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, and everyone shall be found written in the book. This is Daniel 12 verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake to everlasting life. Some to shame and everlasting contempt. This is Daniel 12 verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. It says, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. And this is the prophet Daniel 12 verse 4. For thou ordainest shall the word and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Right, so many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And Michael the archangel will have to stand up for the children of our people as we entering in these times, you know. This is Amos 8 verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that I will send a famine in a land. Not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but the hearing of the words of heaven's Father's house. Right, so it's going to be a famine of word, for lack of bread, for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of heaven's Father's house. This is Amos 8 verse 12. They shall run from sea to sea, from the north, even to the east. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Right, so many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase in the time. Amos 8 verse 13. It says, in that day shall fair virtue a young man take the first. This is prophet Jeremiah. Prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 7 reads, it says, at last for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right, so I don't want rockers are including the like-minded brothers and sisters. The Akim are Aqua, the elders are Akim as well too, made them of the children. I don't want rockers out that will be saved during the time of Jacob's trouble, because it's going to come into full effect. And everybody's going to be full effect when the time of Jacob's trouble, once it comes into full effect, you know. These are the times about to enter into. Switch up the topic and get into that Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, as you see the downfall of Babylon Great. And this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. It said, thus said Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me, and destroy wind. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51, verse 2. It says, and I will send unto Babylon's banner that shall vanish into your land, for the day of trouble shall be against her round about. This is Jeremiah 51, verse 3. And against him that biddeth like the archman is bold by those arrows and specials. And against him that lifteth himself up in his rising. Spare he not, O young man, destroy you of the armed hosts. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 4. It said, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are doorstood in their streets. Jeremiah 51 verse 5. For Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power of Yahweh of hosts. Nor their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man's soul. Be not cut off for iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Right, render unto a righteous vengeance unto Babylon, and render unto her a recompense righteously. Jeremiah 51 verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand, right still to this day, have made all the earth drunken. The nations had drunk the wine, therefore the nations are mad, right? So the nations are mad at the daughter of Babylon, Babylon the Great. They've been drinking off that Babylon juice, across the bone, still to this day. That's why we see it now. Now the nations are rising up against Babylon the Great. Jeremiah 51 verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fall and destroyed, how for her take on her pain, and so she may be healed. Jeremiah 51 verse 9. It says, we can have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. It says, forsake her, let us go everyone to his own country, for her judgments reaches the heavens and is lifted up into the skies. Right, so the judgments of Babylon has been reaching to heavens and is lifted up into the skies still to this day. Jeremiah 51 verse 10, and the power of Yahweh has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare into Zion and the works of Yahweh thy power. Jeremiah 51 verse 11, they write the arrows, write those missiles. They gather the shields, and Yahweh has raised up the spirit of the kings of these, which is the Russians. But his device against Babylon to destroy it. It is the vengeance of Yahweh and the vengeance of his temple. Jeremiah 51 verse 12, set up a standard upon the walls of Babylon, make watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes for Yahweh, have done, devised, and done that which is spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Just like the ancient inhabitants of Babylon, now the modern day inhabitants of Babylon. So that shows you that it makes there is no new thing in the sun, like it says in Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9. So like Jeremiah 51 verse 11, hold thou the word upon many waters, upon the treasure thy enemies come, and the measure of thy covetousness. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 14. And the power of Yahweh of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillar. They shall look up and shout against thee. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 15. It reads, he had made the earth by his power. He had established the world by his wisdom, and have established it. It says, by his wisdom, and have established, stretch out the heavens by his understanding. So like my apology. Jeremiah 51 verse 16. When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens. He caused the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightning to rain. He bringeth forth the winds out of his treasure. Jeremiah 51 verse 17. Every man is bruised by his knowledge, and every founder is confounded by his greater image. Like Psalms 96 verse 5. But his multiple images falsehood, there is no recognition. Jeremiah 51 and verse 18. They are vanity and the works of ever in the time of vegetation that shall perish. And this is Jeremiah 51 verse 19. Now, of course, the objectives are like him. For he is the bulk of all things, and Israel is the wide of his inheritance. And Yahweh of hosts is his name. Jeremiah 51 verse 20. It says, thou art my battle axe above his war. With thee I will break in peace the nations. With thee I will destroy kingdoms. Jeremiah 51 verse 21. It says, with thee I will also break in pieces his Bible. With thee I will break in pieces a chariot and flight. Jeremiah 51 and verse 22. And with thee I will also break in pieces man and woman. And with thee I will break in pieces the old and young. And with thee I will break in pieces the young man and the maid. Jeremiah 51 verse 23. It says, and I will also break in pieces the shepherd and his flock. And with thee I will also break in pieces the husband and his yokes of oxen. And with thee I will break in pieces captives and rulers. So that shows you that the heavenly Father, he's a man of war, Exodus 15 verse 3. And Yahshua, the Prince of Power, are his battle axe and weapons of war as well too. As I add a side note to that, the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea, and all that evil that they have done into Zion still to this day. And your sight said Yahweh. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 25, it reads, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth, still to this day. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 26. And they shall not take of thee a stone from the corner, nor a stone from the foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith Yahweh. Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 27 reads, set up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call against her together, against the kingdoms of Asherah and Midian, Ashkenaz the appointed captain against her, causes the hosts to come up as a rough cavalcade. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 28, and reads to the Holy Scriptures, prepare against her with the nation, with the kings and the Medes, right, the Russians. It says, in the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the lands of his dominion. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 29. It reads, and the land shall tremble and sorrow for every purpose of the hour shall be formed against Babylon, to make the land Babylon a desolation without a habitation. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon for want to fight, they have remained old. Their mind has failed, they become as women. They have more her dwelling place of bars of broken. And this is Revelations So we definitely going to see the increasing of the downfall of Babylon the Great. So it's it's increasing collapsing. We see the downfall of it. That's why we say woe be unto Babylon, like it says in 2 Corinthians 16 verse 1. This is Revelation 18 verse 4. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was likened with his glory. Revelation 18 verse 2. And he cried out with a strong voice, saying, Babylon is fallen, is fallen. It's become a habitation of deceivers, and they hold every foul spirit, and they cage every unclean HATEFUL bird. Right, that's what Babylon promotes, unrighteous decrees, evilness, and wickedness, still being promoted. This is Revelation 18 verse 3. For all the nations have drunk the wine and wrath of fornication, why still to this day. The kings of the earth man committed fornication with her. It says, and the merchants of the earth are wax rich through the abundance of the devils. Revelation 18 verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that she be not partaken of her sins and receive none of her plagues. So we got to come out of the ways of Babylon, mentally and spiritually. And coming back into the righteous path, the righteous ways in the sight of Heavenly Father, as us being his chosen people. Revelation 18 verse 5. It said, for her sins have reached to heavens, and Yahweh has remembered her iniquities. Right, for the sins of Babylon definitely has reached into heavens, and the Heavenly Father has remembered her iniquities, and still to this day. And this is Revelation 18 and verse 6. Hey, shout out to that brother Yahweh that when the prophets on the scene, judgment come between. Revelation 18 and verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her double. According to her works, and the cup which she had filled to her double. Revelation 18 and verse 7. How much she had glorified herself and lived felicitously. So much sorrow will give her, for she had sin in her heart, while the heart of your mind, because the heart is deceitful above all things. Now it says, and I was sitting in the Revelation 18 verse 8. Therefore shall her legs come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For Yahweh thy power, who will judge it for her. Revelation 18 verse 9. It says, and the kings of the earth who had committed fornication with her, led deliciously shall beware her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of the burning. Revelation 18 verse 10. Standing afar off the spirit of tongue, saying, at last, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment come. Right, for in 1 hour thy judgment come. Switch up the topic once again. We'll get into that Revelation 13 verse 16. As we continue to see the downfall of Babylon, as we continue to prophesy against Babylon, as we continue to say it won't be unto Babylon, and then at the same time, we seeing this further pushing of this central digital bank currency, of this RFID and CHIP in order to buy or sell. This is Revelation 13 verse 16. It says, and it calls to all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a Quran in their right hand or in their FOREHEADS. Right, so if you're upper class or lower class for the economic spectrum, even if you're rich or poor, free or bond, to receive that Quran, what they want you to store in your upper part of your body and the right part of your body in order to buy or sell. Because the paper dollar, that's going to be the thing of the past, past in society. The further pushing of the digital bank, digital dollar, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency. This is going to be a new formal way in order to buy and sell, to make transactions. Revelation 13 verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell. It says, same that you have the Barak or the name of the NSC or the name in order to have that RFID and CHIP, that's going to be in order to buy or sell. And if you don't have that RFID and CHIP, it's MOCB, you won't be able to buy and sell. But you're going to be a throwaway. You're going to be an outcast. And these are the times we're about to enter into. Now, we so used to seeing a regular outcast in society, but this is going to be a ultimately outcast in society once we enter in these times. The pushing of this RFID and the CHIP. And so in order to continue to maintain and be part of the society, this is what they're pushing for. That's why they're pushing for this 2030 agenda. That's why they're pushing for this artificial intelligence. This is Revelation 13 verse 18. Here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of the BEAST, for it is the number of their name. And his number is SIX 200 to restore and SIX. And this is Revelation 14 verse 8, and it reads, it says, and the angel followed him, saying what they love. It says, and the angel, Salaki, my apostle. Revelation 14 verse 8. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink the wine and wrath of her fornication, still to this day. And Revelation 14 verse 9. And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the BEAST in his image, and receives a Quran in his FOREHEAD or his head. Right? There's going to be harsh penalty if you take that or you be part of that. Revelation 14, verse 10. The saying shall drink the wine and wrath, and the hour was poured without mixture. And it covered his indignation. And he shall be tormented with a fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Revelation 14, verse 11. And he spoke of their torment and said, off for every ever. They have no rest day or night, but worship the seed in his image. And whosoever received the Quran in his name. And this is Revelations. Yep, Revelations 3, verse 10. It said, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try to death upon earth. Right, so I don't want that Heavenly Father keep us from the hour of temptation. As long as we continue to keep the words and the patience of the Heavenly Father Yahweh has been his servants and prophets and messages in these last days. And I don't want he will keep us from the hour of temptation. Including the elders of Hakim Akbar, being one of the children as well too, and like-minded brothers and sisters of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, including the elders of Hakim. I don't want these are the times we're about to enter into. Is the prophet Isaiah chapter 55. You got this other prophet Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6. It says, seek ye Yahweh while he may be found, call upon him while he's near. Right, so we got to come back to the Heavenly Father as being his chosen people. You know, and turn from our evil and wicked ways to the best of our ability. This is Isaiah 55 verse 7. It says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him. Towards Yahweh, for he will abundantly pardon. Right, so once we turn from our evilness and wickedness and return back into the Heavenly Father Yahweh, and out of our rock side, he will abundantly pardon us from our evilness and wickedness. Once we return back into him as being his chosen people. And this is 2 Chronicles. We got 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. It says, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and hear them. It says, then I will hear them from heaven and forgive their sins and hear their land. Right, so once we turn back to the Heavenly Father and seek and pray, humble ourselves in the sight of the Heavenly Father, and seek and pray his face now, so we'll ever return from our wicked ways. And then he'll hear us from heaven and forgive our sins and heal our land. Even though Jerusalem is a beautiful place, and even though he's coming back for the remnant of his people, which is Israelites. And this is what's that scripture I want to get over to? Oh yeah, that's Sirach. Yeah, this is out of Sirach chapter 5 verse 7. And once again, shout out to that brother Yahweh that when the prophets of the scene, just become 20, that never fails. Shout out to that brother Yahweh. Now, this is out of the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, make no tarry to return to Yahweh, and put not often day to day. Suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and thy security thou shalt be destroyed in the period of the day of vengeance. Right, it's Joel, the second chapter, the day of Heavenly Father is not in hand. So we cannot make no tarry to return to the Heavenly Father and put not often day to day, because the day of the Heavenly Father is not in hand. So once all these prophecies come to pass and be fulfilled, and the day of the Heavenly Father is not in hand. Now I'm going to bring up the Isaiah 11 chapter, then I'm going to close it out. So, I just want to be out here for a couple of minutes. And this is the prophet Isaiah. This is prophet Isaiah 11 verse 10. It says, in that day there shall be a ruler Jesse, which shall stand for the ensign of the people. Shall the Gentiles see, and his breast shall be glorious. The prophet Isaiah 11 verse 11. It shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to cover the remnant of his people, like the Israelites us, which shall be left from Assyria. Right, because you had the northern kingdom, they was in Assyrian captivity. And from Egypt, right, from ancient Egypt to modern day Egypt, where the Israelites were dwelling in as well too. It says from Paphos and from Cush, and from Elam and from Shinar, and Haman from the islands of the sea. Right, these are the areas of the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom still scattered at to this day. As Judah and Jerusalem are pressed together. And yet this day we stay in the land of our captivities. Hosea 1 verse 10, Israel shall be a sand sea. This is Isaiah 11 verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Like the outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. This is the prophet Isaiah 11 verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall depart off. And Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Right, so Judah and Ephraim, from the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom of the top tribes, they're not going to envy and vex one another anymore. They're going to come back together as that one stick. And the water Yahweh for them. The prophet Isaiah 11 verse 14. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west, and they shall spoil them on the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, the so-called white people, or by so-called Chinese, and the children of Israel, so-called Japanese, the prophet Isaiah 11 verse 15. And I was like the Lord in the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand of the purpose, and he shall smite in even 7 streams to make man go over dry shore. And this is out of the prophet Isaiah 11 verse 16. It says, there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was in the day that he came out of the land of Egypt. Right, so the heavenly Father is coming back for his people, the Israelites. And so with that, we go ahead and close that with the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahshua. I here once again for the 4th time on the highways and hedges, the chief blessed concourse, and Barak Thumb to the elders of Akim and Hakrof, and I say Shalom. So with that, I would like to give all praise and say glory and honor to said Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'adash. And the Heavenly Father, the true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Ba'ashem, and the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the last one, Kadas, the whole tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders of Akim and Hakrof. Until next time, I will say Kwam Yasharala and the Ball. Shalom.